look at this stuff I got on me on my body. I got clothes. It's cold. It's cold today. But I don't know why I'm coming on here. How stupid is it of me to come on here and tell y'all that it's cold when where I live it's really not that cold, and then everywhere else in the United States they're freezing to death. So I just ignore that. Ignore the whole beginning. Let's just kind of start over again. Just reestablish. I'm headed to Publix, and last time I went to Publix, I got pretty upset with the weight that I had. And this time I anticipate it's going to be a lot better. I mean, I've got a list of things to get. I'm organized. I'm ready to go. Tammy has sent me on my way. I hadn't been doing any fishing because it's been so cold and windy and stuff. Fishing hadn't been any good. But I started thinking, since I got all upset like an old man, like a grumpy old man last time I went to Publix, about just stuff, old people. And everything comes back to being old people. And I started thinking, last time when I was at Publix, I was like, you know what? People get paid by the hour for their time and stuff like that. And I was thinking they should have to pay me because I'm having to sit here and wait, and they should owe me money because it's taking my time. My time is worth something. Then I started thinking, you know what? Old people, their time should be worth more than anybody's time. Because, supply and demand. And so if your supply of time is less than somebody younger than you, okay? I mean, if you're 80 years old and you're standing in line at Publix, you probably don't have that much longer left. They should have to pay you. If you have a job, Lord, if you had a job and you were the older employee you are, the more you should get paid because your time is worth more. You've only got so much of it. It literally is worth more than a younger person's time. And I'm standing by that. I'll stand with that statement. The old person's time is worth more than the younger person's time, period. Can't prove me wrong. I don't care. In China, years, not so much now, but years and years ago, China really kind of, Confucius, you hear all the stuff about Confucius, the people that were the Confucian scholars and the people that believed in all the stuff that he said, which it's not a religion, by the way, it's just more of a philosophical kind of thing. But anyway, Confucius specifically made a big thing out of venerating older people and your elders and the oldest people in your family. It's kind of the opposite of what we do in the United States. Like here in the United States, we pay all the attention to the babies and all the attention to the young people and dote over the young people and all that. But in China, back when when everybody kind of followed the things that he believed, it would be more like that for the older people. They would treat the older people with more, let's pay more attention to them and let's get the older person a birthday cake and have them blow it out and have a big party. What difference does it make if somebody that's 2 years old has a birthday? I mean, they're only two. They've only had two birthdays. Now, you take somebody that's 100, that's a lot of birthdays. They deserve a lot more attention than a 2-year-old. So that really is like the opposite of the United States. It's really weird the way that we think about things as opposed to the way those people used to think about things. So I'm proposing to you, because sitting back and watching some of the events that I have seen unfold throughout the United States in the last year or so, what I have found myself thinking more and more is every time I see some person that is supposed to be in charge of some major thing and they come walking out on the stage and they're like 30 years old, I just think, why is that baby trying to control? Not that they're incapable, because they're not. When I was 30, I was smart. I could do all kind of work, all that kind of stuff. But you just look at it. And when you get older, it's never really occurred to me. When you get older and you look at these people and they're supposed to be in charge of stuff, and then the stuff doesn't work out right, you just automatically think, well, of course it didn't work out right. They need somebody at least 50 or 60 years old that's in charge, that knows what. Okay, I'm back. I feel like I did a good job in there. I don't know. To be honest, I was supposed to look at this recipe for pork and beans before I left. She makes it like with country style ribs, and she told me, this is directly from higher up, she told me to look at that recipe before I left the house so that I would know what kind of beans I needed to get. And I didn't. I did not look at the recipe. I have no earthly idea. I remember eating it a long time ago when she made it. But if you asked me to name the bean that was in the pork and bean, I couldn't. I don't know. So, because I didn't look at it, I tried to call her back. Of course, she didn't answer. Because it's big boy time. When you're out buying groceries, you're on your own. And you have to learn to figure out everything before you leave the house. Don't assume that you're going to be able to make contact with the home base and get any kind of more information. It's you, okay? You against the world. So she didn't answer. So I just got every kind of dried bean. I just went down the whole thing of dried beans. And I got, I don't know, every kind of dried bean we've ever eaten. I got at least one bag of it. And then I thought, and I don't remember if this had dried beans in it or canned beans. So then I had to go across the aisle and get every kind of canned bean that we've ever eaten, at least 2 cans, so that in case, because you know how like chili, you have all different kinds of beans in it. So anyway, I got all kind of beans. I have all kind of beans. And so either I'm like really smart and responsible, or I'm an idiot. I don't know which one yet. Find out. See how she assesses it. She may go, you know what, I really needed all these beans. I'm glad you did that. Or she may go, why in the world did you get all these beans? So I don't know. Everything else on the list was no problem. I got, what I needed to get. And then right when I got in, there was a guy, and he was with his wife, and he was just walking so slow. They were just like kind of barely moving, and I was thinking, I want to go fast. But then I realized, he's with his wife, so he wants to go slow. He's not. Well, he probably wants to go fast and get out of there, but she's going slow. So you could tell he was really kind of dragging his feet. And I just wanted to pat him on the back. Go, it's okay, buddy. My wife sends me on my own, so I can buy every kind of bean in the store. So anyway. Then I saw another guy. He had a whole buggy full of wine. So I got out of his way because I didn't know. I don't know what happened before he got to the store to where he needed 6 or 7 bottles of wine. But now that he's leaving the store, I don't know. I just felt like I didn't need to be in his way in any kind of way. So I avoided him. Like, no matter what she says, no, this is supposed to have red kidney beans. Boom. There it is, red kidney beans. No, it's supposed to have black beans. Boom. There it is, black beans. I wanted some lima. Boom. There it is, lima beans. I've got it all covered. That's foresight. That's foresight. See, that's like what I was talking about earlier. When they put these young people in charge of very important things. If I had been 30-year-old me, and I had walked in that grocery store, and I had forgotten to look at the recipe, I probably would have just said, whatever, get some pinto beans. Get 1 can. I probably would have got 1 can pinto beans because I was 30 years old. I didn't know I didn't have the foresight to look at the whole situation and go, you know what? Let's take a step back and let's do the safe thing and the right thing for everybody involved. Let's not take any chances. Let's not spare any. I mean, let's take our time. Let's do everything we can do to take care of this situation. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have just ran through the store with a buggy. I mean, I probably would have been literally running with the buggy. And whatever was on that list, I would have got exactly what was on that list. Not a thing different. I'd have messed the whole thing up. I would have messed the whole thing up. I can just tell you right now, I'd have messed it up. We need older people to take this whole country over. All things, everything. Anyway, in the past, see, this is another thing that I have learned because I'm old. In the past, I would have thought, you know, Chris, you shouldn't say that because you're going to hurt their feelings. And there probably are a lot of young people out there that are fully capable of doing anything. I mean, literally anything, and doing a great job and really being leaders and really being in control. And you don't want to offend, you know, somebody that's younger just because, you know, you're an old, mean old man. But now I don't worry about it anymore because none of those people watch my channel, so I don't even have to be concerned one bit. And the people that do watch my channel are so old that they don't even know how to share stuff to young people, so they can't, you know. This just stays, you know, that's what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens on Nichols Retirement Empire stays on Nichols Retirement Empire. It's not going to leak out. It's not going to go viral. There's not going to be 5 million people watching this video going, listen to this old guy say the young people shouldn't be in church. No, that's not going to happen because it's not going to happen. And that's just fine with me. Let's just keep it between us. There's no reason for us to go out there and put this on Facebook or something crazy and make people's heads explode that are young because they think, you know, they should be the boss and they're 31. Once again, the old man goes to the store and gets all wound up. So, as I end this video, and I know you're probably thinking, thank God he is ending this video if you've made it this far. And I look at your viewing time. I have a report that's printed out and it tells me, you know, so-and-so quit watching with 30 seconds left. And there's a problem. You know, I'm going to have to contact you. But anyway, if you've made it this far, I just want to say, as I look back at this whole speech, just don't complain. Just don't complain. Just, if you're not part of the solution, just don't be part of the problem. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. If you're not willing to be part of the solution, just be retired and make some videos on YouTube. Thanks for watching.